Good morning, students. Last time we had finished with clauses, right? The clauses, the last exercise we had finished with, that is exercise 10 and 11. And then I had given you review 2 in homework. And we were to start with the further next lesson. That is lesson 19, sentences simple, compound and complex. So that we shall start now. At the end of this video I will share the answer key for review 2, so you can just go through it. In case if you have made any mistakes, you can just check it or correct it. Now there are 3 types of sentences, that is simple, compound and complex. Compound sentences have 2 types of different clauses, 2 finite verbs which are joined by a conjunction. Conjunctions हमने पढ़ा है, right? And, because, all these are conjunctions. And complex sentences are furthermore which have more than 2 clauses inside, and there are more conjunctions. Let us study still further. Simple sentence. Look at this sentence. An old man sat under a tree. What is the verb in this sentence? That is sat, right? Sat is the verb. What kind of verb is it? It is a finite verb. Finite verb मतलब वो अपने आप में सेंस करता है, उसके साथ में कोई सपोर्टिंग वर्ब की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ती है. इट इज़ क्वाइट इनफ to make sense on its own, right? It stands on its own. That is why it is called a finite verb. Is there any other verb in the sentence? In this sentence, no, right? So this sentence has only one finite verb. Such a sentence is called a simple sentence. A sentence which has only one finite verb is called a simple sentence. Now look at this sentence. An old man wearing very old fashioned glasses and dusty clothes sat under a tree, not noticing the men, women and children passing along the road or the boat sailing in the river. Now this sentence has got so many clauses. An old man wearing a very old fashioned glasses and dusty clothes, ये एक clause हुआ, right? Sat under a tree, old man sat under a tree, एक clause हुआ, that is principal clause हुआ. Not noticing a men, women and children passing along the road and or the boat sailing in the river. This is a long sentence. Still it has only one finite verb, that is what? Sat. An old man wearing this sat under a tree. Other words like wearing, noticing, passing and sailing are non-finites. Why they are non-finites? Because they need the supporting verbs to complete them, right? That they do not make their own sense, they don't stand on their own, that is why, right? Other words like wearing, noticing, passing and sailing are non-finite, so it is still a simple sentence. A simple sentence does not mean a small sentence. It means a sentence with only one finite verb. Underline this point, this is very important, please understand. It is a sentence with only one finite verb. We know that sentences may take the form of statements, questions, commands and exclamations, right? All of these are simple sentences if they have only one finite verb. अगर एक finite verb है तो simple sentence ही होता है, whether it is a statement, a question, a command or an exclamation. Exclamation यानी वो sentences जो exclamation mark, जो strong feeling के साथ आते हैं. A sentence may have a double subject. An old man and a young child sat under a tree. Or it may have a double object. An old man watched the boys and girls playing. यहाँ पे boys and girls object है. Since these two sentences have only one finite verb, that is watched, they are simple, right? इसमें सिर्फ one finite verb है, watched, and that is why they are simple sentences. Playing is not a finite verb, it's an non-finite verb. Compound sentence, coordinate clauses. Now consider this sentence. The boy ran away and the old man was left alone, right? ये दो अलग अलग sentences join हुए, conjunction and से. There are two finite verbs in this sentence. First is ran and second is was, right? Ran with boy as its subject and was left with man as its subject. This sentence is made up of two clauses, each containing one finite verb and linked by the conjunction and. The clauses are The boy ran away, the old man was left alone, right? ये दो अलग अलग clauses को and से join किया है. Neither of these clauses depends on the other. Both of them are of equal importance. In fact, they could have been expressed as two separate short sentences, right? दोनों अलग अलग sentences की तरह भी function कर रहे हैं. But जो कि and हमने लगाया है, तो we can join both these two different sentences into single sentence, right? The boy ran away, the old man was left alone, or the boy ran away and the old man was left alone. दो अलग अलग sentences भी हम इसके कर सकते थे. A sentence of this kind is called a compound sentence. Sometimes it is also called a double sentence. Since the clauses make complete sense on their own, they are called principal or main clauses. A sentence made up of two or more principal or main clauses are called compound sentence. The clauses of a compound sentence are called coordinate clauses. The coordinate clauses of a compound sentence are joined by a coordinating conjunction. Very important, coordinating conjunction होता है उसके अंदर. For example, यहाँ पे and था. And is a coordinating conjunction. Note, if a compound sentence is made up of two clauses and if the subject of the second clause is the same as the subject of the first, the second subject is often omitted, right? कभी कभी same होता है subject तो हम लोग second subject को omit कर देते हैं, right? Sudha went home and she took rest. Sudha went home and took rest. तो she या अगेन सुधा took rest हम लोग फिर से नहीं बोलेंगे. she took rest या उस pronoun को हम लोग निकाल के we will directly write took rest. The second subject she is omitted, right? Now complex sentence, subordinate clauses. Let us now consider this sentence. Priyanka ordered lunch for me because I was feeling hungry. Now because is the conjunction here. There are two finite verbs in this sentence. Ordered with Priyanka as its subject. Priyanka is the subject here, right? For ordered as a subject, and was feeling. Was feeling with I as the subject. There are thus two clauses. Priyanka ordered lunch for me because I was feeling hungry. The first of these clauses makes complete sense and is capable of standing on its own and as an independent sentence. This clause is called the main or principal clause. Priyanka ordered lunch for me. This is the main or principal clause because it makes the complete sense. It can stand on its own. Whereas the other one, because I was feeling hungry, does not make a complete sense. So it is not standing on its own. अकेला वो sentence की तरह खड़ा नहीं हो सकता है. That is why it is a subordinate clause. This clause is called the main clause, pehla wala. The other clause makes sense but not complete sense. Besides, it cannot stand on its own as an independent sentence. To convey a full meaning, to convey its full meaning, it has to be joined to the first clause. This clause is called a subordinate clause, right? To convey its full meaning, it has to be joined to the first clause and this clause is called as the subordinate clause. This sentence itself is a complex sentence. A sentence made up of principal clause and one or more subordinate clauses is called the complex sentence. A subordinate clause is joined to the principal clause by a subordinating conjunction. जैसे वहाँ पे coordinating conjunction आता है, it tries to coordinate between the two sentences and this is subordinate, so it tries to join the two sentences to support the other one, which makes half meaning, right? The compound sentence that we considered above was the boy ran away and the old man was left alone, and we could write this sentence as the boy ran away and the old man was left alone. Now take the complex sentence discussed above. Priyanka ordered lunch for me because I was feeling hungry. Try to write it the same way. Priyanka ordered lunch for me because I was feeling hungry. This does not make complete sense because I was feeling hungry, right? इसीलिए उसको join करना पड़ेगा इसके साथ में. It comes in subordinate meaning of the first clause. It does not make sense, does it? That is another way of finding out whether the given sentence is a compound or a complex sentence. A subordinate clause can be a noun clause, an adjective clause, and an adverb clause. Right? Can be noun clause, adjective clause, or an adverb clause. तीनों में से कोई भी हो सकता है. Now, simple, compound, complex sentences, principal clause, coordinating and subordinating clauses. Now, these are the details about the clauses. You have to write all the points. A clause has a subject and a finite verb of its own. A clause that can stand on its own is called the principal or the main clause. A clause that cannot stand on its own is called a subordinate clause, that we have studied. A sentence may be made up of one or more clauses. A sentence has as many clauses as a number of finite verbs in it. Right? Every clause has a finite verb and a subject. A simple sentence is made up of only one clause, which means that it has only one finite verb in it. A compound sentence is made up of two or more clauses, all of equal rank, all capable of standing independently. Since clauses of equal rank are called coordinate clauses, a compound sentence is made up of only coordinate clauses. Right? दोनों अपने आप अकेले खड़े रह सकते हैं as separate sentences. ऐसे ही सेंटेंसेस होते हैं जिनको एक कोऑर्डिनेटिंग कंजंक्शन से ज्वाइन किया जाता है, देन दैट सेंटेंस इज कॉल्ड अ कंपाउंड सेंटेंस. अगर उसमें फाइनाइट वर्ब नहीं होता, इफ इट कैनॉट स्टैंड ऑन इट्स ओन, देन दैट गोज फॉर अ कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंस, सबऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज. राइट? A complex sentence is made up of one principal clause and one or more subordinate clauses. Now let us do this exercise wherein we have to identify the type of sentences, whether they are simple, compound, or complex. So write S for simple sentences, CD for compound, and CX for complex sentences. I know that children are fond of eating sweets. Are fond, right, of eating. I know. What do I know? That children are fond of eating sweets. So there are more than two finite verbs. So it is a complex sentence. So write down C as there. Then next one. There, for the first time, he saw slaves working in the cotton fields. Working. Saw. Actually. Right? Working in the cotton fields. There, for the first time, he saw. Saw is only one finite verb. Working needs the support. Working अकेला stand नहीं कर सकता. So it's a simple sentence. Only one finite verb. Sound teeth are necessary for the proper digestion of the food that we eat. Right? So this is a complex sentence. Why? Because sound teeth are necessary. Okay, are is the finite verb. Another, digestion is the finite verb. Eat is the finite verb. She cannot even read or write, but she pretends to be highly educated. She cannot even read or write, but she pretends to be highly educated. Now, pretends and read or write, ये verbs हैं, both अकेले खड़े हो सकते हैं. So it's a compound sentence. They make complete meanings. She pretends to be highly educated. दोनों अलग अलग meanings दिखाते हैं. She cannot even read or write. She pretends to be highly educated. Both can stand on their own. In spite of being very cold, this car is in good condition. In spite of being very, being is the verb. Very old is. Being is needing support of very, in spite of being, right? So it cannot stand on its own in spite of being very old. And this car is in good condition. So is only one finite verb, so it is simple sentence. Then next one is, you will not win this match unless you play really well. You will not win this match unless you play really well, right? So play is the only finite verb. will not win. Not is needed. Win cannot stand on its own. So this one is also. Oh, sorry. I think this was the sentence. Yeah. You have to play really well to win this match. Sixth one. You have to play. Well is not a verb. So only one. Win, to win. So it cannot stand on its own. So play is only finite verb. So it is simple. Then you will not win this match unless you play really well. So you will not win this match unless you play. Both are separate finite verbs. So this is complex sentence. CX. You will have to play really well or you will not win this match. You will have to play. You will not win this match really well or you will not win this match. This is a compound sentence. Why? Compound के लिए क्या करना है? CD. Okay. Why? Because or is the conjunction and two different sentences of different coordinating clauses are being joined. We must check brain drain or the country will remain backward. We must check brain drain or the country will remain backward. The ninth one is also a compound sentence. CD. Or is the conjunction. He is afraid of darkness, so he refused to go alone. He is afraid of darkness, so he refused to go alone. Again, two finite verbs, two different clauses, coordinating clauses, so compound sentence. Should I get wealth, I should share it with poor. I would share it with poor is your sentence. Would share. Should I get wealth, right? Get is not a finite verb. So it is a complex sentence. CX. It is familiar story told in a very interesting manner. It is a familiar story told in a very interesting manner. Now told. It is a familiar story. It is the verb here. So this one is a simple sentence. Told is not a finite verb here. Told in very interesting manner does not make sense. It needs the first part to make sense. And there is only one finite verb, is. Kapil goes to school, watches television and loves street cricket. Right? So Kapil goes to school, watches television and loves street cricket. Three different finite verbs. So it is a compound sentence, that is CD. Then if more women join politics, it will reduce corruption in the country. If more women, if clause, join politics, it will reduce corruption in the country. This is a complex sentence. Why? Because reduce, will reduce, and join is only a finite verb. Those children who keep watching television do not develop their thinking power. Those children who keep watching television do not develop their thinking power. It's a complex sentence because watching is only the finite verb. The other one is not finite, so that needs the support of the first part of the sentence. Okay, now here we finish this lesson. Next time we shall start with lesson 20, that is transformation of sentences. Whatever I have made you underline, please write it down in your notebooks. What are simple, compound, complex sentences, and solve the exercises as we did here. There's only one exercise here with that we have solved, so please do it. I think this you keep it in the textbook only. No need to write the exercise in your notebook. It's not needed. Just write the important points which I have made you underline. And next time we shall start with transformation of sentences, that is lesson 20. Simple, compound, complex कैसे transform करने का एक दूसरे में, that we shall learn it in the next lesson. So we stop here. Oh, 1 minute, I'll just share the answer key for review 2. I'm just focusing it for some time. You can just go through and take down the answers for the same. You can pause the video. This is exercise 4 and 5. If you want, you can pause the video here with, and you can just write down the answers. Fill in the blanks. Please write it in the textbook itself. Do not waste your time to write them down all in the notebook. And these are the last exercise, that is exercise 6 answers. Okay, so we stop here now, and we will start with the next lesson next time.